Hey everyone, my name is Simpsy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Crusader Kings 3 here today on the channel. We're back on Lord of the Rings Realms here today, playing as High King Aragorn, now of the Reunited Kingdom. We've united the lands of Arnor and Gondor here today. He's been married off in his 90s now. He had a 70-year dry spell. Wow. He's not a ranger, he's a wizard. He does have a son and heir now, but he's been a bit lusty these days. Alright, so here today, I suppose we just wait for Mordor to attack us. We are slowly but surely rebuilding, reconstituting, reconstructing our armies. Let's put these banners up to get those additional bonuses. And we have a Palantir here too. We've also got the banner of Mordor. Really that should give us some sort of like corrupting bonus, I suppose. But here is the king. Okay, so we have 16,000 troops. Can I get my son and heir married off to a Dale woman? Gross. I guess I could go by betrothal. Like, okay, so men of Dale. Can I marry into the elves? I've got Thranduil is 7,000 years old. Yeah, maybe I need to put in a mod to have interbreeding. Because he is half elf. Aragorn's son, but yeah, I guess he's technically Númenórean. Oh, we probably have to go after Andros there. And there's Sauron. Okay, so Isengard, Mordor still an issue. Denethor the Disgraced still likes me. Can't imprison him, no. Boromir and Faramir are alive. Oh, he's got a son, Denethor. And Faramir has a son with the shield maiden Eowyn. I could try and seduce her. Romance her. How about we do that? Arwen would be fine with it. Let's get more kids. Yes. Aragorn the Lusty. He's put the taxes up. He's reconstituting the army. And he wants to get more royal children. What does Sauron want? Oh, we got that lord back that we ransomed for 200 gold. It was so expensive to bring him back. Oh, the grey one. The Lady Eowyn wants a pelt. I will go out and get it. Oh, 74%. I returned empty-handed. Well, that just sucks. There's not a single flower as beautiful as you. There is one. I'll try fetch it. Okay. The Oath of Sirion. Okay. What's this? Join the war against Isengard. The Riders of Rohan call for aid from Gondor. Okay. We should let them be. I guess we'll join them. King Théoden is still alive. 75. He did help us out, and we do get some more renowned. I can't imagine this war's going to be too difficult. And I'm trying to get with his niece. Sure, we'll join. Gondor marches north. The lords are liking my horse. Oh no. Sauron joined. We still might be able to wrap up the war quickly. We just don't have the numbers on them. And we have to be really strategical in fighting the enemy. Faramir's going to come and bend the knee. As he sits there and watches me get a little bit close. We haven't got to the hanky-panky stage yet, but hopefully we can hanky-panky the Lady Eowyn. As Aragorn is corrupted by Sauron. Oh no! What's this? This guy wants a claimant. My wife brings it forward. Right. Oh no, there was an intruder in the romance. I want to continue. Ah, successful. The Lady Eowyn and I share a kiss. I'm sure it was a little bit more than that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But King Théoden died. What? Okay, so we're going to push north. King Eomer 33 now rules. Hang on, so if I can have a child with... interesting. We might be able to put Aragorn's bastard son on the seat of Edoras. Trashing some Uruk-hai here. They're not going to be able to stand a chance against heavily armored and plated Gondorian units. The Hornburg has fallen. And looks like Sauron's Mordor orcs have moved north. We won 3 battles there. Rohan's still not doing the best. So let's go liberate the Hornburg in this alternative timeline. Aragorn never defended it. Then I guess we push into Dunland. And take some of that Isengard territory on the west there. Try and force them into a capitulation. The second child has been born. A boy or a girl? It's probably going to be a girl, you would imagine. Okay, so let's continue down warfare, because we need as many bonuses as we can. Especially on the harder difficulties. We need the rolls. Okay, let's continue on. It's a shame that Mordor has come and attacked. We'll help them siege, because there's no way they've got... Yeah, there's no way that Rohan has efficient siege equipment. We can't even force the White Peace. I'm surprised the war didn't go null and void when King Théoden died. We've still got my Arnor territories up there we have to keep an eye on. I don't even if there's a point of recolonizing all that territory. There's just not much there. We should be able to make quick work of these castles, as most of the Rohirrim castles are just wooden palisades. Okay, let's cross over the river here. Go into River Watch. And take the Dunlin capital. And then I guess suppose we swing around and push towards Isengard. And bring down the Tower of Orthanc. Continue on. And whatever money we have, like I said, put it straight into the army. No more the units just like sitting around the place, because they were, for some reason last time they were deployed really far in the north. Agatha of the Riddermark. Okay, so I could potentially... Oh no, he's not even going to accept. Oh, because it's Eomer's heir. Right, okay. Alright, let's push back up there. Gotta help out Billy Butcher from the boys. Also Bones from Star Trek. What else does he play? Red? That's like Carl Urban. Okay, besieging the fort of Isengard now. It's about to fall. Nice. I really wish the Ents would come and help us. Okay, we got some more troops there. Let's try and bring them up and over. Seems like Mordor's forces are hanging and focusing around more near Fangorn Forest. There are some Lothlorien elves up there. I'm surprised they're not getting involved. Seems like their Mordor orcs are just taking the trash territory. So we're going to swing over here. For some reason, Isengard has really expanded higher up here. Nice. Focus on this newly incorporated territory that Isengard's taken. I can't imagine that the castles here are going to be very big at all. Especially without trebuchets. We're just going to be able to fly on in. Bit of raiding going on there. We've managed to bounce them off. Converted claim. Yeah, Forlong the Fat is being an issue. I can arrest him. Yeah, it's going to be an active tyranny, though. I do understand that he's a difficult character to deal with. 69% towards capitulation against Saruman. Looks like the Rohirrim are distracting him up there. That's okay. If we can focus on capitulating the Dominion on Isengard, let's do it. Yeah, look at this video. Just absolutely smashing this territory. Nice. And that's it. Oh! Bastard born! Aragorn and the Lady Eowyn have had a child. I must be very careful. No, the world must know that Haldir is the son and blood of Númenor, and Faramir has arrested the Lady Éowyn. Will she marry a lowly Gondorian? Aragorn comes in. Okay, the secret is out. What? Oh no. Beating Sauron now. Éowyn is known as an adulterer. Well, can we arrest Faramir for that? It was a righteous imprisonment. What's he gonna do? Can't send her to the wall or send her to Mordor? Who knows? I want to legitimize that kid. I want that kid a part of my family tree. Denethor the disgraced. Oh, yeah, kind of gives it away because he's got disputed heritage, right? But then he's also got the Númenórean trait rather than the Gondorian one. Interesting. There's no way we can try and imprison Denethor or revoke his titles. Yeah, what is the what's Gondorian adultery law? And we need to get the scrolls. Do you know where like Gandalf was in that room? What do you do? Éowyn is just fine. Everyone loves Aragorn because he's like basically a god. Boromir is still hanging out. Yeah, because if we can legitimize that child, it'd be kind of cool to seat him on the Rohirrim throne. It does look like I don't know. It does look very much like Éowyn. I can't request. I can try and imprison Faramir, but it gives a tyranny. Only -5 though. That's nearly not that much. To imprison Éomer. Imprison Faramir. What would Sean V do? The man who passes the sentence should swing the sword. Okay, so just looking at other wars to do. I'll have a think about what to do with the stewards. Yeah, so a war with Sauron right now. I don't think we're going to win. It's going to be quite costly. Maybe we need to look to continue to build up and then wait for a defensive war, because the thing is, the longer we wait, the better the quality the armies we're going to get. It just takes time for us to build up and get more additional reinforcements. We just need to like make our men-at-arms and our army comp just like insane. The thing is, Mordor has been planning to attack us for decades. So we've got Andronos here, King of Entor. I can bring him under tribute. Oh, he's got absolutely nothing. Yeah, how about we go around now and bring the other kingdoms under our domain. He calls himself king. He steals the peninsula in my territory. Let's go after Andronos. And let's quickly deal with him. Right, let's sail on over. Cross this river on these little barges. Already they're about to capitulate. Maybe they've been weakened, I'm not entirely sure. We can also go after the Black Númenóreans too. Okay, let's continue to siege. Actually, we might even be able to just go straight for their capital now. Nice. They're willing to capitulate. I wanted to go for the capital though, before we enforce our demands. Scheming in court. Oh, who's this? Slorin Norn. She sent a love letter to Aragorn. Interesting. Yeah, like Númenóreans. What are they, like 8 foot? Massive walking gods. I'm sure Aragorn is just a Chad. Okay, a haunted place is something we have to be careful and watch out for. Yeah, we can't call in the ghosts. That would be absolutely busted if we could. Okay, so nice. They've now capitulated and have bent the knee. Okay, who else can we go after? There might be some like Haradrim forces or something down here. What about these border forces? Oh, they're already paying tribute to Sauron. Oh, what about you? We control that territory over the river there too now, though, to be fair. Okay. Still continuing to put any amount of gold into our military. Our levies just take so long to get back. But, like, professional men-at-arms, we've still got a very limited amount. We could push north and ask Eomer to bend the knee. We actually might win in a war against him. I feel like that would be a bit much. Declaring war on Rohan. Forcing them to pay our taxes. I think we're just waiting. There's a huge amount of wilderness there. I guess we can expand in Arnor, but I just don't know if it's just not worth it. Costs 100 gold. We do have some claims there against Mordor. Whoa, they have 40,000? That's insane. What's this? Oh, these guys have 1,000 there. Well, let's try and bring them under tribute. Let's bring some border Haradrim forces under our control. It's literally like a one province faction. So we can just like flood over the border and just smash the army and probably just straight up win. Oh no, or we'll just take the capital in one go. 20 days, boom, short war. Easy peasy. Alright, let's enforce our demands. That way, I suppose. Perfect. Okay, so 2 border kingdoms now have capitulated and under our control, sure. Alright, we're about to institute Aragorn's tax policy, and we'll try and increase the feudal levies if we can. So, we're going to be putting it to high taxes. I'm sure no one's going to be upset. At the end of the day, we need money to fund these wars against Mordor. Putting up the taxes is the moral thing, and we need more troops if the men of the West are to survive. Even if we do anger a few lords here and there, I'm sure J.R.R. Martin would be loving this. As much as I can appreciate Lord of the Rings, the language and the world building, just Ice and Fire, man, is just so superior in so many aspects. From the twists, to the bittersweet endings, to the characters, to the intrigue, and it's just a better fantasy series. I'm not gonna lie. I liked Lord of the Rings when I was a kid, but yeah, I just don't. It just doesn't have that much depth. Like, I guess if you go into the lore, yeah, but even then, it's just sort of bland. It's all about these celestial beings and bodies. It's hard to relate to, I guess. Even saying Game of Thrones is fantasy, like if you actually look at it like sci-fi, because J.R.R. Martin is a sci-fi writer at the end of the day, it just adds even more intrigue to it. I don't know. Anyway, as we're going to go around here, we'll try and get these vassals to be okay with raising the taxes, because we're constantly at war. We have to pay for this war. We're trying to save Gondorian lives. We'll also try and marry off Aragorn's children too. We need more soldiers. Troops are dying. We need to do our part. We need to seed a bunch of... Oh, yeah, imagine if there'd be Aragorn seeds all around the place. I would like to get one of my descendants to rule Rohan. One of his sons would be great. Okay, so can we change it anymore? Oh, yeah, this is what we're imposing. Yep. Let's impose a higher prestige contribution too. Okay. Let's have a look at our decisions. Can't do any more at the moment. Or we can gaze into the Palantir and see if any secrets pop up, I suppose. Where is the Lady Eowyn? She's not in prison anymore. I can actually elope with her. Oh, but then I'm divorcing Arwen, which is something I wouldn't want to do. Yeah, I can't really do anything else. I want to try and get more children with her if I can. Continue with Aragorn's breeding program, and then we've got this random girl that came to our court. But here is the Reunited Kingdom. Are there any border territory here we can go against? Looks like Rohan is winning. So our child is currently 5th in line. Okay, let's look to go to war with Mordor. Oh, okay, so just having a look here what we can go against. Can I try and, like, just full on go for Mordor? Holy War, no. Okay. We don't have the prestige yet, so we're going to have to slowly start chipping away. What's the biggest massive territory? That war camp. We can go for the kingdom, but we don't have the authority to take all of that title. Yeah, so we lack the piety on that one, unfortunately. There's like Steward Denethor's claims. Stewart. Stew's claims. We can go for Minas Morgul, but we might be better off actually going for this war camp here and then going for Minas Morgul. Minas Ithil next. Alright, let's see how we go. Let's raise the armies. But it's just gonna take time. Luckily, most of the characters in Lord of the Rings are immortal. Okay, so we're going to get some perks here. Looking at the lands. Oh, in Rune and Hobbiton. There and back again, looking at the Palantir. Oh, nice. We managed to get a diplomacy skill. Interesting. Let's go there then. Still focusing on Marshall for now. Alright, so I would like to call the Rohirrim, but I don't know if we can. Oh no, I decreased it. I didn't mean to do that. Whoopsie daisy. Misclick. Nice, so we're sitting at about 20,000 nearly now. Definitely none spawning up here. For some reason they did last time. We had to bring them down. Alright, here come the armies of Mordor. Just want to make sure we're sitting there in Minas Tirith. This child of mine, okay. The Rohan lady Eowyn is pregnant. Arwen is pregnant too. Okay, so it's time to move over to Western Osgiliath now. Oh, we are outnumbered, but they're coming in. Nice. Aragorn with 54 martial against the Nazgul's 55. Perfect. Let's throw them back. Yeah, we literally, the biggest bit of advice I can say playing as Gondor, try and fight within your own territory. In your own castles. Allow Mordor. So go for your castles. Just don't let them take it. Oh, they took that so quickly then. That just got sacked. Okay. And if you see an opportunity for them to split. The blessing of ignorance. Okay, so she's had a son. They want to call him Faramir. No, let's call him after my grandfather. Arador. That sounds cool. Arador the half. Rider of Rohan. And let's legitimize him. Oh, and I've had another bastard child. Verog. Okay. And we'll look to seed these little children. Oh my god, Aragorn's had 5 children. One from like the northern clans. We'll legitimize him. So we've got his main children with... Oh, and one of them's very blonde, which is interesting. I wonder if that's actually... Maybe that's not his kid. The third one. Maybe. Haldir is definitely my son, though. Orin is not. But Arador is of my line. Oh, it's getting a bit messy here now. Like, wouldn't it be moral to raise the taxes on the Gondorians? We need to fund these armies. Like, it just doesn't bring up the supplies and logistics and, like, feeding the kingdom. As it more realistically would be. I just feel like I would want a more, not dark and grey Lord of the Rings, but just a little bit more grounded, maybe. Okay, let's go again. Because it just makes things more interesting. Aragorn having all these bastard children. Maybe having a rebellion. Faramir getting furious about getting cuckolded. The stewards rising up. Because this, like, come on. The stewards would be like, yeah, you know what? Let's, like, plot against Aragorn, who just, like, came in and usurped the kingdom. Because at the end of the day, I don't know if you don't know this, but kings aren't cool. They're dictators. Oh, my princess, the daughter of the dictator. I think people are forgetting the romanticism and the heroism and all the stuff with war, the glorification of it. It's bad. War's bad. Okay, so this guy doesn't like Denethor. LOTR. Sure. The Gondorian. Yes, well, he can become a friend. Because we might even need to marry into some of those houses. Maybe those other Dol Amroth houses, maybe. Okay, doing well here. Beaten them twice in Osgiliath, that's what we want. And we'll try and hit this border territory here now. Perfect. They've now capitulated. I can't get a Nazgul or a Goblin or an Orc as hostage. No. Cool. So we've taken all of that border territory and we've just inherited it all. Oh, because it's not united. It's going to be like a bunch of these smaller titles, which is annoying. I could give it to Gondorians. But yeah, if we've got 4 brand new titles, we can definitely usurp this. The war camp there. I don't want to give this rando territory to my children. They're going to be lords and ladies. So we'll create that. Maybe I will give it to my northern Dúnedain relatives. Because like even this would cause friction. Like realistically, what would you do with all these titles? Do you give it to Gondorians or Aragorn's family? And he would have a justification being like, well, this territory is wild and untamed. My Dúnedain rangers, maybe there might be some men from Ithilien, which would be reasonable, but we've got these northern Dúnedain cousins that I have on my mother's side that can be landed, and they would be more suited for the terrain rather than fancy city-raised Gondorians. Yes, I went to university. Oh, where? Dol Amroth. Oh, very nice. Okay, so we got like 4 titles here to get rid of. We don't want... Aragorn doesn't need to hold these. So yeah, let's sort by his mother. Northern Dúnedain. Still got a bunch of cousins here, and we'll try and give that out. Because there's Aragorn and his children. So Malor, my distant cousin. A lot of these guys aren't in my court, unfortunately. But Halabron, Ranger Captain, cousin, help me rule these lands. And then they might slowly convert to... like these Rangers, although they're fighting with us in these wars. Got a pretty big retinue of Dúnedain Rangers. It would help greatly if you guys could convert these lands and hold them. Because I imagine there's probably a lot of orc underlings under here. Yeah. Okay. So she's been landed. Some of these guys I can't give them. I can't even give Malor one. I have to give it to the other children. Are there any more lines here? No. That line died out there. Oh, you're a female. That's another thing too. Aragorn believes in male preference primogeniture. How disgusting. Why can't women rule? Luckily, he did have an male heir first, but still, there'd be questions. Does a son become for a daughter? Okay. So, let's marry off his children. So he's got 3 children with Arwen, 2 children with Eowyn, and Vorog with a northern clansman. So, I will recruit him to court properly. Why was it giving me... I thought he was basically there. And we'll see what we'll do. Actually, we'll demand conversion. Because you should be at least Gondorian or somewhat. But yeah. Even, like, would the Gondorians really rejoice on Aragorn returning? Okay, so... let's have just a quick look at the general betrothal. Oh my god, I can marry him to my lover. So, Men of Dale... seems to be thirsty. What's the sum of skills out of curiosity? Oh my god. Some umbars. Better character farming. Trait farming, go by there. Okay. going to be king anyway. The thing is, though, too, it's going to be quite some time before these titles come to fruition, too. Oh, yes, I forgot that Boromir and Faramir are half Dol Amroth from that princeling royal house. Ah. There's a princess and a prince of Dol Amroth, the grandchildren of Imrahil. Yeah, to be fair, the Swan Knights are probably one of the coolest described knights in Middle-earth. They're so cool. And what do we do with Eormir? Oh, Eormir married the Dol Amroth princess. Really? Yeah, this is getting very Game of Thrones. The Rohirrim and the Faramir, the Stewards and the Aragorn, and yeah, these four families, yeah, might be a little bit political. Okay, so I think we marry the heir to the Dol Amroth prince. We've got the Pellegrine Marines here. I probably should marry my daughter to the heir, Aegolas, to solidify ourselves with the Gondorians. I can actually go matrilineal, but I won't, because I want to have the control. Okay, so then we've got my other daughter, Arador and Verog. If I could marry Arador to Eormir's daughter, that could combine the claims and then make him the king. Because Haldir hasn't been recognized, though, as mine yet. I don't know if he ever will. He definitely is my son, though, because it popped up. I could marry Verog to the princess here. Oh, okay, and then, unless Eormir has a son, the throne will pass to him. But the male heir actually comes through Arwen's line. Do we need to do some plotting? And then we've got Arador. I don't know who we marry Arador to. Interesting. So we'll wait, and so Pelegrir, the Rohirrim, and Dol Amroth have accepted. Okay. Can establish a couple protectorate states. Oh, I really want to bring King Maddo under my control. Other rando high chieftains. No, I'd rather make them nearly submit to me. My son needs a guardian. Eowyn is probably one of the best characters. She doesn't seem to mind that I've been sneaking off with Arwen. Aragorn, I'm 3,000 years old. Don't you think I was born yesterday? Don't you know I know what's going on? Yes, I think we'll marry the third child to the Prince of Dol Amroth. I think that's the play. And then we've got to figure out who Arador goes to. Oh yes, the High Lord here we freed. We got a hook on him because we paid like 200 gold for his ransom. He seems a bit better of a character. Oh, I could marry Arador to his daughter, Estil. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, we've got a hook too. Well, let's use it. Let's start getting claims to these other royal Gondorian houses. Nice. So, Aragorn's children. He's going to have heaps more too. Because when you're nearly a couple hundred years old, there's not much else you can do. Not much else living for when there's constant Mordor attacks. My lost son, Aranorn. Oh, right, so had another son here. Interesting. Alright, well, unfortunately I got to wrap things up here today. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed another video on this Aragorn series. We've reunited the kingdom, thrown back Mordor multiple times, and we'll wrap things up here today. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to continue this series, slowly but surely chipping away against Mordor. We've won 2-3 wars against them, back to back to back. But let me know in the comments other campaigns you would like me to do. Go check out my CK3 got videos on my other channel. We've also got a bunch of Hearts of Iron full content, the Warlord too. But yeah, hope you've been entertained here today. It was a fun one. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you for spending your time here with me. My name is Simpsy, and I will see you in the next video. Much love from Australia. Goodbye. Thank you so much for the support.